All right. Hi. Is everybody there?
Yes,
Okay.
Matt, you can go ahead and start.
Okay. It's Marcelo.
Thank you.
Matt's not here. Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to begin. Hi, this is Marcelo with Devir Games, and thank you all for attending. We got a few things that we want to go over with you about our new releases and our cool programs that we have for direct to retail relationships. So let me just go ahead and how do where do I need to show screen, right? Can you guys see my screen?
You need to go ahead and show your screen.
Okay. All right. Does that show it?
You do see it. You just need to go ahead and begin your PowerPoint presentation.
Cool. All right.
There you
So
go.
our new release coming up, which has this, you can start selling it next week. The moment you receive it, is the Red Cathedral. So basically, the idea behind the game is, oh, and we do have a video trailer on YouTube. Let me go ahead and play that for you right now. Oops. Sorry, there we go. So we have a bunch of those that we're starting to do now more often. As we release new games, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we make those accessible to you guys. So that's the trailer for the Red Cathedral. It's short, it's sweet. It tells you, everything you need to know about the game without going into too much detail, because you want to make sure you capture the audience. But we absolutely encourage you to use these, share these on your social medias. And so, all right. So now here we go so what is the Red Cathedral? Well, basically, you're building the St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow during the reign of Ivan the Terrible. You can play 1 to 4 players. It takes about 80 minutes to play. It does have a solitaire suitability, and it plays ages 10 and up. This is the kind of game that for somebody who likes Euros, but not something too heavy, would enjoy. This is also the kind of game that somebody who wants to take like the next step up. We call it like from, say, Catan-ish games and moving up from there on playing stuff. So the background of the game is this was created by Isabel Cendrero and Sheila Santos. These are two becoming very, very popular, well-known and appreciated designers in Spain. The artist, Pedro Soto, has brought to life a very Russian style of artwork to the game itself. Mechanics are pretty simple. It's dice management. Collecting resources is affected by the movement of the dice around the board. It's a pretty simple game. You only have 3 actions that you can take on your turn. One is either you can stake out a part of the cathedral in order to claim that you're going to build it. The second thing that you can do is move resources from your own board onto that part of the cathedral in order to build it. Or the third thing you can do is basically use the market wheel in order to claim resources. You also have special actions that can be taken based on the guilds that get laid out there. One cool thing about the game is that it's pretty much different every time that you play it because of the variability of what the tower is going to look like, how the cards are laid into the tower, and the distribution of the resources around the board itself. So it's not a game that gets old because it's always a different way of playing it, a different way of approaching it with your strategies each time that you play the game. So the key sales points here are you've got that it's a mid-weight Euro, right? You have multiple plays revealing multiple strategies depending on how the board comes up each time you set up the game. You have this beautiful presentation of the components and the integration of the theme, right, is also really, really well incorporated because especially when you see the towers laid out and have to start strategizing how you're going to build them and decorate them. So your target audience, anyone that's new to the hobby, right, ready to take that next step in moving up from, say, like Azul or Ticket to Ride or Catan, right? Experienced players who are looking for a game that plays in under 2 hours or something that they're willing to share, that they want to share with somebody who is new to playing Euro games. Players who like indirect player action. There is no real gotcha or take that kind of moment in the game itself. You are working against each other, but it all comes down to how you utilize your own resources to build the parts of the tower that you've dedicated yourself to building. And then the Euro games, people who like historical themes. There's not a lot of games that are out there that cover this particular period of Russia's history. And we think that we've done it pretty well particularly because it's themed around the building of such an iconic, a globally recognized iconic building. Here's some sample of the artwork. It's on the resources, the market wheel. And here's what the game looks like laid out for a 2-player version of the game. You see the market wheel in the middle. Again, I don't know if you can see my cursor here, but those little discs in the middle around the artwork, those are the resources that you can collect by placing a die there each turn, on your turn if you take a market wheel action. And then again, those are going to be different every time. On the corners, you have different bonus actions that can be used by utilizing the guilds. That would be different every time you play the game. And you can also see here by the cards at the top, how the tower lays out is dictated by the card that's on the right there. And then the tower themselves, the cards that are laid in to be that part of the tower, and the resources that you would collect from the bonus access to resources you would collect from building that section of the tower are also noted on there. So it's not a very complicated game. We're really proud of the rule book. It's easily understood through the first read on this one. All right, so your practical details here, right? This is the same box size. If you're familiar with the Devir Games collection, this is the same box size as you see here, Silk, Razzia, and Caracara, right? So they will, if you have all those games uniformly on your shelf, they'll be nice to put together with the spines out if you have to. Obviously, front facing is the best because of the beautiful artwork is on the cover. Case counts are 6 units. You have multiple languages in there. Obviously English, but you've also got Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian are in there as well. And again, this is available to start shipping next Monday. VIP retailers, which I'll come to at the end, always get new releases early. The general release date for the game has actually been moved up to November 9th. So VIP retailers who start having the game shipped out and receiving them next week will have a 2-week window of opportunity to sell the product before the actual general release of it. We also have an early availability promo that goes with it. It's a new guild card. This is only available if you are a VIP retailer pre-ordering the game direct. Oh, we have a chat message. Okay, where are we? All right, here's our marketing plan for it. We are doing global social media campaign. This is the heaviest that we have promoted any game. We are very happy that that the Red Cathedral as well as Polis have actually spent the last 9 weeks. Red Cathedral has been the last 9 weeks #1 on the BGG hotness list for releases in September, October. So we've done a 1.5 month lead time in campaign on various social media platforms, building up to the release. We have been leaking photos and images banners, the trailers, the whole bit on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, through all the social media channels. We have a whole lot of reviewers who are now starting to get those out in the Discord. We just added this morning Tom Vassell of the Dice Tower, gave it his own seal of approval for the Red Cathedral. So that is posted in there for you to be able to review. Again, I put all those media resources into the Discord channel for Devir Games so that you guys can go ahead and take those and share them on your social media channels and start collecting the pre-orders or your own orders for the game. Here's some teaser images of what the tower looks like when it's laid out, some of the spires and the artwork that's on there. The same thing with the again with the market wheel that's in the middle of the game. These are kind of a lot of the images that we have been putting out there with regard to the game, actual photographs of the game being played and on display. You guys are welcome to use those as well for your social media promotions of the product being carried in the store as well. We have a global influencer campaign that we're doing, getting it out there to as many of the influencers as we can. For paid content, we definitely have a John Gets Games tutorial coming and a Quackalope full play session. Those are being done right now. We've had 20+ video reviews, bloggers, and podcasters in the US for pre-launch, international 30+ as well. Second review copies are starting to go out will start to go out once we have actually received the product in our warehouse. We're getting a lot of positive feedback from the people who have seen the game already. I myself, not gonna lie, I've played it a couple times already and it's a lot of fun. So this is, I got lucky that I got to get my copy of it as soon as possible and started playing it immediately. We're doing convention presence. We're doing the best we can to work with what we've got, and virtual cons are the norm at this point. We are participating this weekend with Aw Shucks. We're a silver sponsor up in Canada. Spiel Essen starts on Thursday, and we'll be doing that. Demo sessions on Tabletop Simulator. We have exclusive video content, and all of the promotion to product sales goes straight to our store locator, which again ties into our VIP retailer program. All of the stores listed on our retail store locator on devirgames.com are VIP retailers, where customers will be able to find the products. We have these retail promotional tools that we are making available to you. You can use these banners, include the price that you're going to be selling it for, and include these banners either for new release, pre-order now, or order now on your own websites, social medias, and however you use to digitally communicate with your customers. All right, so the pre-order special. This is for Devir stores. Again, I'll come back to this at the end as to how to become a Devir VIP retailer. If you purchase one case of 6 units, you get a free demo copy. That is in addition to the 6 units. You get a limited edition of the promo card, right? One for each unit that you'll be selling. You get the advanced sales basically the pre-release window. And then access to all the web materials for promotion, and you'll be listed on the Devir store locator. All right, now we come to Polis. So Polis is shipping and releasing at the same time as the Red Cathedral. Both games are going to go out at the same time. So Polis, this is a new edition of the original game, which was called Polis Fight for Hegemony, originally created by Franz Diaz in 2012. I will tell you now that a lot of gamers are probably going to be looking to see if the new rulebook is backward compatible with the original edition of the game. It is not. So just so you know that, it is not. This is a new edition of the game. We have streamlined rules, new graphics, and a high production value. The artist who did the cover has done the covers of the Game of Thrones novels in Spain. So it actually has some tie-in to the broader geek culture, so to speak, with regard to the artwork on the game itself. All right, your key sales points. The original version of the game was rated 7.7 on BGG. Again, this has also been in the top 10 for the last 8 weeks. So the on Board Game Geek's hotness list, this version of it has it's a 2-player game, takes about 2 hours to play, and it covers ages 14 and up. It is a limited print run for the first time around, so keep that in mind. This game is very likely going to sell out quickly. I will have news for you later on, meaning like next week perhaps, about when a reprint might be available, but I would not risk losing out on anybody that is interested in getting this version of the game immediately. So keep that in mind. Practical details, here you go. This is a heavy game, not gonna lie. You get a lot of customers in store, they look at the price on it, in which case this is a $70 game. And then, you know, they hold it in their hands and they give it like the heft test. Now, that isn't always necessarily a reflection of the quality of the game itself in terms of, you know, how it plays and what kind of, you know, entertainment value you're going to get out of it. But at the same time, they want to feel that it is a heavy game, and it is. So there's a lot in this box. Don't be deceived by the box sizes themselves. A lot of the Devir games has a lot of meatiness inside of it as well. Again, this is early availability for VIP retailers. One thing also to keep in mind is buying it direct from us through this, in this capacity here, is the only way to get a demo copy of the game because it is so limited. All right, our Devir store program. We're doing everything we can to make getting our games to you and getting our games through you to your customers as simple and painless a process as possible. The benefits of the Devir store program: we send you a welcome pack, which includes 5 games. Honestly, if you keep them for demo, that's great. If you choose to initially start selling them, that's okay too. Whatever we can do to help you as a retailer to benefit from jump-starting the sales of Devir games into your store. You get free shipping, you get free demo copies, promo items. Only VIP stores are on the store locator, and you also have permission to sell FBA, as well as pre-release exclusivity. So that is my time. Thank you all for attending. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach me in the Discord page for Devir Games. Have a wonderful time. Thank you.